Alright, what's up people? I was wanting to do a third video on the Switch. This time I'm wanting to talk about something a little bit different. The past two videos I've been talking about why can't the Switch be more powerful? Why didn't Nintendo develop it to be more powerful? And at the end of the second one I said, what if we're all just wanting for no reason at all and the Switch ends up being exactly what the market needed and the thing takes off and it actually is more powerful than what we thought it would be, based on just initial rumors, because still nobody's done a teardown, so we don't know what the actual power of the unit is. But then I got to thinking, on the flip side, instead of us saying, why can't the Switch be more powerful, what we need to be asking ourselves is, why can't developers just simply shut up and develop for it? Let's go back a ways. Like if you go back to the 90s, we went to the arcade to get the premier experience of the video game. Had games like Mortal Kombat.
Sub-Zero wins fatality.
And games like NBA Jam.
Shoots for three. No good. To Petrovic from the three-point line. No good.
Those were some really high-tech games at the moment. They're really pushing the technology. Also games like Primal Rage. NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, Primal Rage, those three games are really pushing technology at that moment. Developers, when they made them for the home consoles, especially for the 16-bit era, they had to make some, they had to hold back basically. They couldn't develop for the full thing because the system just couldn't handle it. And even furthermore, those games were even made for the Game Boy. So we compare Primal Rage, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat at the arcade to the Game Boy version. It's basically night and day. Yet the developers still saw that there was a need, there was money in making it for the Game Boy, so they made it for the Game Boy. So let's look at that same thing today. Why wasn't Fallout 4 on the Wii U? Why wasn't Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Wii U? The usual argument is, oh, but the system wasn't powerful enough to handle it. But what if it didn't matter? What if the developers just simply made the necessary cuts and the the draw distance or the shadowing or the polygons or whatever they need to do, just make the necessary cuts in those areas to make it work? It would have worked, it would have sold units, and people would have been happy. So it almost makes you wonder if it's actually kind of like a war on Nintendo. If that's why the developers keep on saying, we can't develop for it, it's just not powerful enough. And maybe it doesn't need to be powerful enough. Maybe there's more to it than what we really think and what we've been led to believe. Because again, back in the 90s, the Game Boy, dadgum dang sure wasn't powerful enough to run the arcade version of those games. It was an 8-bit system. It was in black and white. Yet the game is still on the Game Boy. They still made the game for the Game Boy. It kind of makes me wonder if there's more going on behind the scenes than what we as a public are led to believe. But that was going to be, this is my third video on the Switch now, and that was basically what I wanted to say was pretty much on the flip side. Instead of us saying, why can't the console be more powerful, what we need to be doing is applying pressure to developers and saying, why aren't you guys developing for the console regardless of what the power is? If you need to make cuts, make cuts. I mean, just do it. Just put the game on the system and let the people speak with their wallets. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, I wouldn't mind at all playing a watered-down version of Grand Theft Auto 5 with, less NPCs on the screen, less cars at a time, things like that, less buildings, shorter draw distance. It wouldn't bother me at all, because I think that it would be kind of interesting to see what they could have done with the Wii U, with the gamepad, in conjunction with that. And on the same token, it would be interesting to see what we could do with the Switch, being able to take games like Grand Theft Auto 5, take games like Fallout 4, take games like Witcher 3, on the go, be able to play them mobile, be able to play them on the bus, be able to play them on break at work, and that kind of thing. So that's my thoughts. It would be interesting to see if by later on this year and next year, if third-party development picks up with that mindset. But I guess that's all for now. So thanks for watching again, and peace out.